Hi guys, my name is Kate. I know it's been a while, but I'm here with Tylauren on socials. I'll link all her social. I'll link all her social channels down below. My gum is like in the freaking way. We're going to answer some influencer questions, a Q&A, very relax. We've been in the industry for a long time now, and we started around the same time too, and we've become really good friends. We've traveled to London, Amsterdam. We're planning some trips later on for the rest of the year. I'm excited. So yeah, this is going to be a very chillax video answering some influencer questions.
Part 1's on my page, part 2's on hers, so make sure you watch both.
Yes. First question is, do you miss anything about having a traditional 9-to-5 job? Now, I will preface by saying I've never worked a corporate job, but in college I did work at Aldo for like 3 months, and then Club Monaco, which was better than Aldo, for another 3 months because it was bougier and like it wasn't
I could
crazy.
see you working there.
I loved it so much. But then it was only 3 months. Like after that, I had to work a holiday, and I was like, bye. Like, I'm not doing this. Anyways, I was in college, so I never had a corporate 9-to-5, and I'm not going to lie, sometimes I want to have a corporate job, and everyone's like, you're crazy, like, you have it good. And I'm just like, yeah, but the consistent checks and stuff, or like having coworkers. But I do love what I do. Essentially, it's a love and hate relationship. But I know it's a dream. I know a lot of people want to make money off of something that they're passionate about, even though that's not why I started this. But my passion became also my moneymaker, I guess, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I think that's how it should be. And that's what they usually say. Your passion will bring you money eventually if you're really passionate about it.
What is it? If you love what you do, it feels like you never work in a day? Or you never... Something like that?
Something like that.
If you love what you do, it feels like you're never working a day in your life? Whatever. Someone fact check me on that.
No, I think that's how it goes. But yeah, so I didn't have a traditional 9-to-5, but sometimes I'm like, did I miss something? But I'm grateful. I am really grateful, because I know some people are going to be like, oh my gosh, she's so ungrateful. No, but yeah. That's my experience. And I did babysitting a little bit on the side.
Like I said in the last video, if you guys watched part 1 on my channel, I have had every job in the book. I've been working since I was 14 years old. The day I got my working paper, the little ticket, I literally ran out and I was like, someone hire me. I have done the 9-to-5 corporate. I've done the freelancing. I've done everything you can possibly think of, I've done. And I definitely do miss a 9-to-5. I'm a Virgo. I'm an earth sign. I love structure. I love routine. I love having to wake up at the same time every day, go to the gym, eat, and then go to work and like come home at a certain time. I don't think I would thrive. I love that life. I was so good at it because I work best off of the expectations of others, which I'm working on in therapy. Okay. So I had a boss, and my boss was like, you need to be here at 9 a.m. So I would be there at 8:45. Are you kidding me?
Oh, I'm the exact. That's why I quit.
I'm the exact.
I'm the exact opposite. I don't like being told what to do. I don't like authority. I don't like,
I
don't like structure. I should have structure.
But you want to know what's crazy is I don't like it either. I just know, like, my whole, like, the way my brain is fixed is, like, I obviously don't like being told what to do. That's also a Virgo thing. But I think that, like, because I strive off the expectations of others, and I also love, like, proving people that I'm going to be, like, excellent. So that's kind of why. So I have, like, the double-edged sword. Okay. I also love, like, you know, like, making people proud and, like, doing my absolute best. And sometimes when you work for yourself, like I've been for the past 10 years, it's very hard to say, good job. It's very hard to say, I'm so proud of you. When I'm at another job, if I'm thriving, exactly. You get more money, exactly. Yeah. With the way we work is like every single choice we make is because of our own actions. And we're the only ones who can say, I'm proud. Because people will, but it's not going to hit the same.
It doesn't.
It's not. Having no boss and having someone that like isn't constantly on top of you, you forget. You forget to thank yourself. You forget to say like, good job, Ty. And I think that's kind of why it's a double-edged sword. So like, I absolutely love being paid every 2 weeks. I love a W-2. Is that what you guys call it? A W-2? Right? It's like we get 1099, they get W-2s. Guess what? Y'all take out the taxes before. Now we have to plan prior and put all this money aside, because when tax season comes, we get this little silly thing called a 1099, which absolutely sucks because that means half of the check is gone.
Like 30%.
Just in case, literally. Just 30%. In case you guys didn't know, like we don't get paid to like y'all. We don't get paid every 2 weeks.
No. Some of our contracts say net 90, and during COVID, some brands had the audacity.
Shut up. Lynn's accent is crazy today.
I'm like, am I British today?
That don't sound British, girl.
The audacity to do net 120 during COVID. Crazy. Some brands were doing that. That was a little crazy.
And just in case you guys didn't know, like, what that means, there is a thing called a net 30, a net 60, a net 90, a net 120. And that means we don't see our money until 30 days, 60 days, 90 days, or 120 days
later.
Okay? So that means, every first of the month, when you got to pay your mortgage or your rent or your bills, you better hope that you have money saved from last month. Account. Because if not, then
you just have to be good financially, because if not, you're just going to spend it all, and then
tax
season comes, and then you owe a lot of money.
Let's be real. The money is spent before it hits the account, because guess what? The phone, the bills, the Hulu, the Netflix, the everything needs to be paid. So the money is already spent before it hits your account.
Yeah.
That's just the sad truth.
And also, I didn't say what I missed from a 9 to 5. Having coworkers. I mean, or like working
work community. I miss that too.
I miss that so much. I go to coffee shops just to pretend I have coworkers.
No, seriously.
It gets a little lonely. It gets really lonely, actually.
No, it is so lonely. And even if you have like a team, I'm like very grateful for, but it's like, it's not the same. It's really not the same when like you have to be the boss of somebody. But if you like have like work friends and you can go out with them after work and
happy hour.
It's just fun. Like here, and I'm not even gonna lie, like me and Lynn just recently got close and we've known each other for so long. It is so hard to find community.
It's okay. It's Brooklyn. Embrace it.
It is so hard to find. I'll say that again. It's so hard to find community in this space. And it's like, yes, we've been in the same room. Between our schedules, living in New Jersey, living in Brooklyn, it's just very hard to find community and find people that like you want to spend time with, because we're just living such fast lives. And that's just the truth of it. And honestly,
I was going to say, you would think, okay, you go to a lot of events, you're meeting a lot of influencers. I think I'm a very trusting person in the beginning, but I've learned throughout the years, and I'm learning now, that not everyone has the best intentions for you. I learned that the hard way a little bit.
Same.
Not super hard, but
same. I've learned it the super hard way. Yeah. And it's, you just have to be very aware of the people that you let in your life.
Yeah.
And that's in general, not even just in the influencer space, in general. Anyways.
So, moving along to what's one freelancing myth you wish people would stop believing. And we actually kind of
touched on it a little bit.
What? The mental health and the payment.
Money.
Yeah.
Oh, and also, healthcare. Healthcare. Yeah, if you live in America,
we have to pay everything. Like nothing is included.
Also, if you have people that work for you, it's expensive to even have health insurance or pay them or keep up with them. Also, like we said before, y'all, we don't get paid every 2 weeks, so it is a struggle. No matter how much money you are making, it's kind of insane that like y'all don't get that and sometimes when they say net 90, they might mean net 100.
Yeah, like that's sometimes not accurate. They'll say net 30, but it'll be really 45 days, or you have to chase them to get them to pay you.
And that's absolutely insane, because it's like, these people, I know they don't come to work for free. And I think a lot of people forget that there are always cons of everything in life. Okay? There is pros to this job. It's amazing. We're grateful. But please,
and also, there are different tiers of influencers and content creators. What are we, like, I feel like we're in between. We're not micro.
No, we're like whatever above micro is, because like I'm like 190 something, and like I know I'm not anywhere near mega, but like there has to be a word for it. Whatever. We'll fact check it and we'll let you guys know and break it down in the description or something.
Yeah.
But there absolutely is. But I also think we live alone. We're single. We don't live with our parents.
We're single. We don't have our husbands.
Like, we don't have husbands.
I didn't have a savings account that my parents saved up and just gave me to move out. Like, everything.
We're not a two-salary household.
Yeah, we worked really hard for our money.
Yes.
And I think a lot of people shame influencers or just attack influencers because we're just supposed to be making a lot of money. It's like, no, we work hard for our money, and we're a one-person household. Like, I am the only one paying these bills. Contrary to popular belief, no one's helping. Again, just remember that there are different tiers to influencers, and it's not all glamorous for everyone.
That part.
Yeah.
And our last question to wrap up part 2, which I feel like is going to be a winded one.
What's something about the industry people glamorize, but in reality isn't that great? You had a really good point to that one.
I don't want to say like glamorize and it isn't, in reality it's not that great, but I do want people to understand that, like, granted, we've said this a million times, we are in a very, like, we're very lucky and grateful to be in the space that we work in and have the flexibility of working for ourselves and have, like, all these experiences and be in these rooms with all these people and meet all these brands. Granted, that's amazing. But I think people get caught up with, like, free stuff and access, and, like, those things come with hard work. Those things come with, you know, constantly posting, constantly being on, constantly, like, balancing.
Networking with brands, going to these events.
Like, not sleeping, sometimes not eating. And I know that sounds dramatic, but it's like, sometimes we have 12-hour days. And sometimes, you know, not everybody's coming from down the block on 14th Street. You know, like, both of us live outside of the city. Granted, we understand that it's not that bad and it's not that far, but there's influencers. I was at an event 2 days ago and she was like, yeah, I come from PA and I travel from PA and I come to these events to stay on top of, like, mine for these brands. And I think a lot of people just disregard that, like,
that there's an art to it too. It's not just posting online.
Exactly. There's a lot of networking that's involved. I also think that people get caught up because we get a lot of PR, we get a lot of packages, we get to go on brand trips. But it's like, you don't just get these things. Granted, the space is very different from what it used to be, and you really did have to, like, kind of go hard to get a PR package. Now it's a little bit more flexible. But I do want people to understand that it's like, granted, we get so many free things and it's incredible, but it's also like, it comes with work. Like, these brand trips, you don't just go on these brand trips and get to chill on the beach. No,
you're making content from the day that you land till the day that you're back, and then you're editing afterwards. And editing takes a really long time, especially depending on the platform that you're on. If you're on YouTube, hours. I remember when I used to post all the time on YouTube, I used to be up till like 4 or 5 a.m. I was a night owl. I was so dedicated. I was so locked in, which I'm trying to get back to that. But you also kind of compromise your social life as well.
Your social life, your health, your family life, everything. You sacrifice at least one thing on a regular basis to be able to be consistent and stay valid and be authentic and communicate with your community as best as you can every day. So it's like, I feel like we covered so much in that one answer, but it's like, yes, it is a very glamorous job, but at the end of the day, it is not. You don't just wake up and things just come flying to you. It's like, you have to work hard and you have to put everything into, you know,
a lot of strategizing too. Like, you can't just wake up and, I'm going to film that. Which, for a minute, that's what I was doing. And I think that was my freaking problem. And I was like, wait, this is not working. Why am I acting like I'm Rihanna on this fine Tuesday? Like, I actually need to strategize.
Yeah.
And that takes time. Like, strategizing, putting the content together, putting hours of editing together. Like, it's just a lot. It's a lot. There's a lot to it. It's not just... And again, if you're on there's a lot of platforms now. Pinterest, YouTube, TikTok, YouTube Shorts, and Reels. And if you want to stand out, you don't want to make the same content on every platform. So...
And it's like, we were just talking about this. Like, we didn't even touch on, like, you know, the management end of influencing. We didn't even touch. Yeah, we didn't even touch on, like,
and that has changed a lot.
Oh my god, there's so many layers to this industry, and I think that, like, we have no encyclopedia, we have no
union.
We have no union facts. We have no union. We have
actually need one.
No, literally, but yeah, it's just, there's so many layers to this space that I think a lot of people forget about and don't even consider, because it's not a 9 to 5, you know? Like, just because we're not, like, getting up at the same time every single day and going to sit in an office or a cubicle does not mean that this is not, like, a exhausting real job, you know? And it's just like, if anyone knows me, like, my friends literally think I'm crazy because they say, like, Ty, you work 7 days a week, 24 hours a day, 365 days a year.
And you're always thinking about what's next. What can I post next? Did I miss?
I hope that you guys watching part 1 on my channel and part 2 here on Lynn's, and really kind of just, first of all, I think get to know us a little bit better, because both of us are, like, you're a little more vulnerable and better on the internet than I am, but I do kind of like hide my personality to an extent.
She has an amazing, funny ass personality that she needs to show more. But I get it, like being vulnerable online also comes with a lot of
the access. I just feel like the access is scary, but I do hope that these 2 videos kind of help you get an idea of a little bit more about us, a little bit more about the space, a little bit more about the industry, and kind of just like take the blanket off of a lot of things that people don't speak about. And if you guys like these videos,
let us know.
Definitely let us know. Put it in the comments. And maybe we can do a whole nother video. Maybe we'll touch on like management.
Ask us some questions.
Maybe we can do like a little Q&A.
Yeah, I think a Q&A would be good.
Yeah, I had fun. Did you have fun?
I had so much fun.
Okay.
I was a little nervy.
Don't be nervous. It's okay. It's a safe space.
You're really good at this though.
Like, I think it's because I'm a yap. But I hope you guys watch and learn and love. Don't forget to subscribe to both of our channels. And let's force Lynn to be more consistent on YouTube.
And if you're an editor, please DM me on Instagram because I might want to invest in an editor.
And I'm only giving her like 3 to 4 weeks to edit this because
hopefully my computer doesn't crash.
We want it to be out.
Wish me luck.
Bye, y'all.
If you see this, bye.
Thanks for watching. Bye.